My name is Ivan. I am 58 years old. I live alone in a small apartment on the third floor of an old five-story building. The walls are thin. The stairs always smell like dust and boiled cabbage. My wife died 6 years ago. Since then, the apartment has been too quiet. Not a peaceful quiet, a heavy one. My children live in another city. They call me on holidays, sometimes on my birthday. They always say they are busy. I always say I understand. Most days, I don't speak to anyone at all. Every evening at exactly 7 o'clock, I put on my old gray jacket. I take a small plastic bowl and I go outside. There is a ginger cat that lives near our entrance. No collar, no owner, one torn ear. I started feeding him last winter. It was very cold. He was sitting under a car, shaking. I gave him half of my sausage sandwich. He didn't run away. Since that day, he waits for me, always in the same place, near the broken bench, under the old chestnut tree. I never gave him a name. I was afraid to get attached. But still, every day at 7, he is already there. Sometimes he is sleeping. Sometimes he is sitting very straight, like he is guarding something important. When he sees me, his tail moves slowly from side to side. That's how I know he remembers me. I pour the food into the bowl. He never jumps on it. He always waits until I step back. Go on, I tell him quietly. Only then he starts eating. The neighbors think I'm strange. One woman from the first floor once said, "Why do you feed that dirty thing? It will bring fleas." I didn't answer. Another man laughed and said, "You should get a real friend, Grandpa." I didn't answer him either. The truth is, this cat is the only one who waits for me. When I open my door in the evening, I know that at least one living soul in this world is expecting me to come. That thought keeps me alive more than I want to admit. That evening was like all the others. 7 o'clock. Gray jacket, plastic bowl. I walked to the bench. The cat was already there. But this time, he wasn't alone. The cat was not alone. At first, I thought my eyes were playing tricks on me. It was already getting dark. The sun was low behind the buildings. But then I saw her. A little girl was sitting on the broken bench. Her feet didn't reach the ground. They were slowly swinging back and forth. She was holding a small paper bag in her hands. She didn't look at me. She was looking at the cat, very seriously, as if she was watching something important. I stopped a few steps away. For some reason, I suddenly felt shy, like I was entering someone else's space. I cleared my throat. "Hello," I said quietly. She turned her head, big brown eyes, messy dark hair tied with a pink ribbon. "Hello," she answered. Her voice was soft, not afraid, not rude, just calm. I looked at the cat, then at the paper bag in her hands. "Are you feeding him too?" I asked. She nodded. "Yes, when my mom works late." I didn't know what to say, so I just poured the food into my bowl and placed it on the ground. The cat walked closer. Then he stopped. He looked at the girl, then at me, then sat down, waiting. She smiled. "He waits for permission," she said. I nodded. "Yes, he always does." She opened her paper bag and carefully poured some dry food next to mine. We stepped back at the same time. The cat started eating. We stood there in silence, the kind of silence that doesn't hurt. Only the sound of the cat chewing, only the evening wind in the trees. "What's your name?" she asked suddenly. "Ivan," I said. She nodded, as if that explained something important. "I'm Liza." We didn't shake hands. We didn't laugh. We just stood there. Two people who didn't really need words. After a while, she said, "He's called Peach." "Peach?" I repeated. Yes, because he's orange, like a peach. I looked at the cat, at his dirty paws, at his torn ear. I smiled a little. That's a good name, I said. She looked at her watch. I have to go. My mom will worry. She picked up her empty paper bag. See you tomorrow? She asked. I was surprised. I didn't remember the last time someone said those words to me. Yes, I said. Tomorrow. She ran toward the entrance. At the door, she turned around. Don't forget, 7 o'clock. I won't, I said. That night, for the first time in many years, I didn't feel like my apartment was empty. The next evening, I went outside 5 minutes early. I told myself it was just a coincidence, that I only wanted to get some fresh air. But the truth was simple. I didn't want to be late. The cat was already there, sitting in his usual place near the broken bench, and Liza was there too. Her legs were swinging again. She was holding another small paper bag. When she saw me, she smiled. Not a big smile, a quiet one. "You're early," she said. "So are you," I answered. We fed Peach together. She poured her food. I poured mine.